If you're like me, you're always looking for more information about the next big thing in the Souls-like genre. Well, today we're not talking about a game that's out, but one that's just been unveiled and has me very excited. Lords of the Fallen 2. First off, let's clear up any confusion. The game that came out in 2023 was a reboot, simply called Lords of the Fallen. This new game, officially titled Lords of the Fallen 2, is its direct sequel. It's set 100 years after the events of the first game, and the world is in an even more desperate state. The Umbral calamity that our hero unleashed at the end of the last game has continued to spread, with the veil between realms growing so thin that the horrors are now slipping through with ease. The developers at Hexworks and CI Games have learned a lot from the first game's launch, and they've been very clear that this sequel is a direct result of that feedback. They've stated that it will build upon the version 2.0 update, which was a massive overhaul of the original game, addressing many of its initial performance and design flaws. Now, what do we know so far about this new game? The announcement trailer revealed at Gamescom was a cinematic one, so we don't have any gameplay yet, but it gave us a taste of the grim atmosphere and a hint at the narrative. The core concept of the dual world system traveling between the living world of Axiom and the hellish Umbral realm is back and has been expanded. We can expect more intricate level design and more meaningful reasons to traverse between the two. The developers have also promised a refined combat system with more fluid movement and a variety of new weapons and magic. They're also talking about community-driven modes and custom game modifiers, which sounds like they're giving the players more control over their experience, which is a fantastic idea. This time around, it seems Hexworks is putting a much bigger emphasis on player freedom and replayability. They've hinted at a wider variety of character archetypes beyond just the Dark Crusader, and more extensive customization options. The goal, it seems, is to make sure your second and third playthroughs feel as fresh as the first. This could include things like branching quest lines, unique gear drops for specific builds, and maybe even a deeper connection to your chosen starting class and its lore. So why is this game so exciting? For fans of the first game, it's a chance for the developers to deliver on the full potential of their ambitious vision. The first Lords of the Fallen had a fantastic core concept, and the post-launch updates showed that the team was truly listening to the community. With Lords of the Fallen 2, they have a chance to build from a stable foundation and create a more polished, expansive, and memorable experience from day one. The visuals are once again powered by Unreal Engine 5, and if the cinematics are anything to go by, it's going to be a breathtakingly beautiful and horrifying world to explore. The idea of a bigger, more threatening world with a more complex story and smarter AI is everything a fan of the genre could ask for. The expanded scope is a huge point of excitement. The first game, while a solid experience, was sometimes criticized for its linearity and a feeling that some areas were a bit too contained. The sequel promises a much larger, more interconnected world. We're talking about massive, sprawling regions with multiple pathways, hidden secrets, and boss fights that feel truly epic in scale. They've also talked about a much more dynamic enemy system, where creatures can adapt to your playstyle, making each encounter more unique and challenging. But of course, with every major announcement comes some healthy skepticism. There are a few red flags that are worth mentioning. First and foremost, the first Lords of the Fallen had a notoriously rocky launch on PC, plagued with performance issues. While the developers have since fixed many of these problems, the new game will be running on Unreal Engine 5, which, as we've seen with other titles, can be a problem for games on PC especially. The pressure is on Hexworks to ensure a smooth launch this time around, or they risk alienating the PC player base again. Speaking of alienating the PC player base, the next issue is the PC exclusivity. The announcement has confirmed that Lords of the Fallen 2 will be an Epic Games Store exclusive at launch. This is a big point of contention for many players who prefer to have their entire library on Steam and are wary of the Epic Game Launcher. While not a deal breaker for everyone, it's a significant hurdle for a lot of potential players. And finally, there are rumors and reports of key creative personnel leaving the studio. While this isn't uncommon in the game development world, it can sometimes signal a troubled development cycle. It's a valid concern to have, and it raises questions about the team's ability to execute on their vision. Another point of potential concern is the balance of the Umbral realm. While it's an incredible concept, the first game sometimes made traversing Umbral feel less like a strategic choice and more like a forced necessity. If the sequel can find a better balance, making the journey into Umbral a more rewarding and less punishing experience, it'll be a huge win. The risk-reward needs to feel right, not just like a consequence of failure. Despite these concerns, I'm cautiously optimistic about Lords of the Fallen 2. The developers have shown that they're willing to listen to feedback and improve their game post-launch. Now they have a chance to show what they can do from the ground up with a community-focused approach. The promise of a more refined, challenging, and expansive dark fantasy world is simply too exciting to ignore. What are your thoughts on Lords of the Fallen 2? Are you hyped, or are you waiting for more concrete gameplay footage? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more gaming content, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on my next upload. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
But should you fall,